So it's very common to see beginner b-boys and b-girls kind of rush when they're dancing. And not just beginners, I also see this a lot with people that are breaking for longer than 10 years. So that's why I will now share
the secrets of this dance.
Rated PG-13.
Coming right up.
8 police officers in the hospital.
Chaotic scene.
So what's up guys, this is your man Coach Sambo, your online b-boy coach, and usually I ask people that watch my videos to
Give me 5 motherfucking push-ups.
So assuming that you're doing the push-ups right now, let me just add right here that on my YouTube channel you can find tons of different videos, mostly tutorials on this b-boy game. So if you're feeling this vibe right here, then I definitely could recommend you to subscribe by hitting that little red button that you can find right there. So this video is all about the secrets of the stance.
Rated PG-13.
And if you ask me, stances are really underrated. And I think I know why. Because in this breaking game, we're always focused on the difficulty level and how complex and how hardcore a move or a combo should be. And at that point, we kind of skip or forget the simple things in life, such as the stances. But using a lot of stances and using them correctly could immediately just triple up your level without having to learn one-handed airflares or these kind of things. Someone that's really good at the game of executing stances just shines a lot more on that dance floor and looks a lot more experienced. And if you look at people that are well experienced in battling, they use a lot of stances and you might not even realize it. But there's just something about them that makes them look so fresh when dancing or battling. And that slightly has to do with the stances that they use. Now stances are a really important part of this b-boy game. And I do believe the first stances were actually born when b-boys and b-girls would pose with their crew, maybe facing another crew or just posing for a picture or something like that. But stances also really bring out that hip-hop feel and vibe in whatever you're doing. Only people that are deep into this hip-hop culture will use stances. For example, rappers or DJs. And of course, b-boys and b-girls, right? Well, usually, especially after watching this video. So when executing stances, you really want to make sure you have a good form and you want to make your stance and your pose really look authentic and real, like believable. There's got to be a certain confidence glowing off you as you perform your stances. So that just comes to say, if you never practice your stances and you want to magically start performing stances at a battle or showcase or only when people are watching, then at that point your stances are going to feel a little unnatural and we are going to feel a little bit of stress as you perform your stances. That's why it's really important for you guys to practice your stances as much as your power moves or your footworks or your go downs or whatever you're practicing right now. So 2 really good tips to get your stances to that next level. Number 1 is when you're at practice and you're doing some sort of a combo, try and implement stances within the combo, but also at the beginning or the end of your combo. These are perfect moments to implement stances. But if you don't implement them during your practice, then how the hell are you gonna feel natural doing them if you're gonna have 10,000 people watching you at the next jam or the next battle as soon as these lockdowns come to pass, hopefully. But you get what I'm saying, right? If you don't practice those stances, then they're not gonna become real and authentic and you're still gonna look like a beginner. Another really good tip to practice your stances is just putting yourself in front of a mirror and posing, switching in between stances and getting used to these positions and getting used to showing yourself and feeling some sort of pride as you execute these stances. Now, after teaching a long time and teaching a lot of students, I noticed that a lot of people feel uncomfortable when doing their stances at first, and a lot of times people feel really stupid posing during practice like they're doing some kind of a showcase. But you gotta fight this and you gotta get outside of that comfort zone. Why? Because it's your man Coach Sambo right here telling you that shit. And if you're a subscriber and you take my shit seriously, then you know it's gonna get you to that next level. Also, when performing your stances, you really want to perform your stances on the music. And preferably, most of the time, you want to perform your stance on the 1.
But Sambo, what's the 1?
Well, you can learn all about the 1 in this other video that I made right here, which is the musicality breakdown. And that video is definitely going to help you out understand the 1. But I still got some more tips right here. Now, especially with beginners, there's always some kind of rush when they're dancing or when people are watching them. And you probably know what I'm saying right here, right? You got to fight that rush. But performing stances is actually a really good way to calm yourself down as you dance and make you look like you're taking more time as you dance, because stances are poses, and when people pose, they usually try and relax and be comfortable. Having the balls to actually take your time while performing a stance or 3 is immediately showing that you're more at ease and that you're not afraid to dominate the floor and take as much time as you want, really leveling up your game as a b-boy or a b-girl. If you agree, definitely smash that like button. Also, really try and implement a lot of stances as you enter the floor, basically presenting yourself, passing the message to whoever's watching you that, hey, I'm here, look at me, and it's time for me to get down. Also, performing stances within your round, in between your footworks at a lower level, or in between combos and moves, is also a really good way to make it personal between you and your opponent during a battle. For example, after just hitting a crazy combo, you could just get up, take a stance, look at your opponent, and be like, do you like that? Do you want more?
I still got more for you, bro.
Really embracing that battle state of mind, making it personal, and showing that you have balls and that you're confident standing on the floor and battling whoever's in front of you. But then, most important of all, is when you're absolutely done with your combo or your round or your set, is getting up and finishing off that round with a stance. And this is something a lot of people kind of lack, especially during training, because I see a lot of people at battles do their stance, or basically almost force their stance. And they got this awkward energy surrounding them, basically telling me that they never practice their stances during their normal practice sessions. Makes total sense, right? So yeah, if you want to learn more, then I have a YouTube channel full. But if you're a beginner b-boy or b-girl, I definitely recommend you checking out my masterclass for beginners that you can find on my website. This masterclass basically has everything that I teach my students the first 2 years when they start breaking. The video is about $30. It's definitely going to change your life when it comes to breaking. Also on my website, you can find other masterclasses where you can sign up for online Zoom classes, which is also pretty dope. The link to my website is in the description down below. And if you learned something valuable from this video, which you hopefully have, then don't forget to leave a random comment down below, just helping your nephew, Coach Sambo right here, boost his channel up all the way to #1. This is your man, Coach Sambo, your motherfucking online b-boy coach. And at the end of the day, guys, when you think about it, it's just all about that b-boy shit.